Good morning, beautiful people. Today is my birthday and I'm feeling so good today. I woke up around like 5:30 a.m. Shout out to my mom for bringing me into this world and shout out to my dad for assisting with that. I am about to attempt to go get a COVID test. I'm taking an Uber. I'm not really sure how it's gonna work because it is a drive-through COVID test, so I'm hoping my Uber will be able to like stay with me there, and I'm hoping it's not crowded because then I know that Uber charge is gonna be extremely excessive. And then I am going to Burj Al Arab for my massage. I'm really excited, you guys. I love getting massages. I try to treat myself to a massage once a month. That's like my must-have form of self-care, so I'm really excited about that today. So I'm probably going to spend most of the day at the spa, but I'm also going to stop by the beach since Burj Al Arab is like right there on the beach. I decided against going to Expo 2020 simply because it's not something that I was really interested in, and I was honestly only gonna go because so many people, well, not so many people, like 3 people had told me that I should check it out since I'm here while it's here, but the timing is just not aligning. If I were to go today, I wouldn't even have a sufficient amount of time to see the entire expo. To really get the full expo experience, I would have had to go for an entire day or split it up for multiple days, and I just didn't have time to do that during this trip. So I decided against going because I really want to go to the Gold Souk. That is my priority. That is what I had on my itinerary. So I am going to dedicate some time to do that tomorrow before my flight. But yeah, not gonna go to the expo, but I'm not mad at it because I didn't really want to go anyway. But that's just me, and that is one of many perks of solo traveling. You can do what you want to do without any regard to what anyone else wants to do or what anyone else wants you to do. And that's why I love solo traveling, because I can just pick and choose what I want to do. You guys, so I literally planned this all out last night regarding like my COVID test and everything. But now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if my Uber will like wait in the testing line with me or if they will want to just like drop me off. I don't really know how it works, and now I'm like anxious and nervous because like I don't want them to just leave me out there. I feel like if I'm paying for the time, then like why not, you know? I didn't even know you needed a COVID test to get back into the US. Well, you don't necessarily need a COVID test to get back into the US, but Qatar Airways requires people coming from Dubai to have a negative PCR test in order to board the flight. So it's really just to protect the airline. It's the airline's rule, but the US, pretty sure they do not require a COVID test. All right, guys, here's another OOTD. I have ironed this dress multiple times and it just continues to get wrinkled. So this is a look like this. I think the dress is meant to be wrinkled. We're just gonna go with that. But this is a cute like spa day fit, cute walking on the beachfront fit. Not doing too much. I was gonna wear wedges with this dress, but I've been wearing heels every day since being in Dubai, and my feet are not quite used to that. So my toes have been numb for the past like 2 or 3 days. So I'm gonna wear flats today, give my feet a little time to rest, and well, I'll be wearing heels tonight for my birthday fit, but I'm going to stick with the flats for the day. My Uber driver let me know that he wouldn't be able to wait with me at the drive-thru COVID testing site, but he knew of another site nearby that's usually empty, so he took me there instead, and since it was empty and would be quick, he waited for me to finish. They gifted me flowers for my birthday. They're so beautiful. Oh my goodness. as much so it doesn't seem like I'm not used to anything nice. And I don't want to be one of those people, but the most luxurious spot, well, I feel so good. I'm just so happy. Like this, I definitely deserve this. Yeah. You guys, I literally feel like I am in a fairy tale right now. Like, I just had the best massage and I'm just looking out at my view. So much gratitude, so much gratitude. Like, look at this view, you guys. You can see my reflection, but literally looks like a dream. I am literally glowing. I keep saying that, but I got my massage, I went to the sauna and the steam room, and now I am just chilling at the pool by myself. Thankfully, nobody's here right now because I did want to snap a couple of pictures. When I came earlier, it was packed, so I'm glad I came at a good time. But yeah, I'm gonna sit, relax, enjoy for probably like the next hour, and then maybe check out the beach. I'm not sure. It's a little cold out today, so I probably won't stay there long, but I do want to at least check it out. So when I went to get my COVID test earlier today, it was a little bit far from Business Bay, which is where I'm staying. I picked a COVID drive-through testing place, and I asked my Uber if he could take me there, and he's like, he can take me, but he can't stay in the line because Uber has like a no waiting policy or whatever. So I'm like, oh my God, well, I don't know where I can go where you can take me to the COVID test and then take me to Burj Al Arab. And he's like, well, I know a place that's a little bit closer to here and there's usually no waiting time. We should go there instead. And so I was like, yeah, sure. Like, thank you so much. So he takes me off of the Uber app. So we're no longer following the Uber app directions. So this was super risky. I don't know if I would necessarily recommend it to anyone to do, but I just feel really safe here in Dubai, so I didn't think anything of it. So we stray away from the Uber app and he takes me to the COVID testing site. Literally no line, no one was there. I get there to take my test and I tell her I'm taking it for travel. My flight is tomorrow at night. And she's like, okay, well, you're gonna have to come back here to get your COVID results since you don't have a Dubai number. I was like, well, can you send it through WhatsApp or like email or something? And she's like, no WhatsApp, no email, only Dubai number, or you have to come pick it up. And she's like, is this place close to you? And I'm like, it's a little far. And she's like, okay, I'll tell you what, I'll do this for you. I will send it to your WhatsApp when we get your results so that way you don't have to come back all the way over here. And I was like, oh my God, like, thank you so much, because like she did not have to do that at all. But I just thanked her like a million times. I say all that to say I just got my results. I am COVID free and should be good to go to fly tomorrow. That is a weight lifted off my shoulders, you guys. I think that the COVID testing probably stressed me out the most during this trip just because it's not as easy to get it here as in the States, and it was like $40. Where at the airport it was free, so I did have to pay $40 for this COVID test, but I'm glad I got it out the way. Y'all, I must have lost my dang mind because why did I just spend like $150 on a 30-minute scalp massage? It was probably like $130, but still, $130 for a scalp massage. Why did I do that? This being around money makes you act different. I swear it makes you act different. But I told myself for my birthday trip, I was gonna treat myself to whatever I wanted because I deserve it, and this is the life that I've created for myself, and I don't treat myself enough, honestly. You guys have been here for a while. You know I am frugal Franny. Like, I'm always trying to save a dime, and so this is the first trip where I truly allowed myself to splurge, and I don't regret it, but I'm just looking back on it like, why did I do that? I don't even know. And I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. It is what it is. I deserve it. This is the kind of princess, royalty, luxurious treatment I aspire to have daily, and I am speaking it into existence, and I am creating it for myself so that it is the expectation when that someone comes into my life and is able to provide that for me. But I'm about to get dressed for dinner. My reservations are not till 8, but Nobu is kind of far from where I'm staying. It's like 45 minutes away, plus traffic, so basically like an hour away. And I don't want to repeat last night. Last night I was 30 minutes late to my reservation, and I hear Nobu can be really, really unnecessarily crowded. This is my first time at Nobu, so I want to have a good experience, so I'm gonna leave a little bit earlier, but I'm gonna go ahead and get dressed and do a little bit of makeup, just a little razzle dazzle, and try to take some pictures before I go, because I have not really been like committing myself to getting pictures here in Dubai. Like I said, that's a downside to solo travel. Sometimes it's hard to really get the shot, but it is my birthday, so I definitely want to get at least one decent birthday shot for Instagram. So I'm about to get ready, and then I'm gonna head to dinner. I am downstairs in the lobby, minding my business, taking photos for Instagram. I don't think I got any good ones, by the way. But anyways, I'm taking photos for Instagram, and yes, I look good, like, obviously, but this guy comes up to me. Well, first of all, he walks past me and then he doubles back and he's like, wow, beautiful. I'm like, thank you. And I'm thinking he's gonna go on his merry way, but he comes back and he's like, wow, you're just so beautiful. And he's tapping on his phone, struggling, trying to FaceTime his friends so that they can see how beautiful I am. And he's like, oh my gosh, like, I want my friends to see, like, you're just so beautiful. The women in Dubai are so beautiful. And I'm like, oh, you're so funny, like, thank you, hee hee haha, like, let me finish taking my pictures. And so he comes over and starts chatting me up for like 5 minutes, basically asking where I'm from, and he tells me a little bit about himself. And I am just so awkward when it comes to guys, I feel like, or maybe when it comes to guys that I'm not quite interested in. But I think I was more so just like focused on taking my photos and wasn't really trying to be bothered at the time. So I think maybe that's why. But that was just such a funny encounter. Like, I've never had someone try to FaceTime their friends to show them me. Like, that's crazy. I made dinner reservations for 2 because my friend told me that he would join me for my birthday, but it looks like that's not happening. I don't know what he has been up to these past few days while I've been here, but not gonna let it get me down. I'm going to enjoy dinner solo like I have this entire time, and we're gonna have a good time. Maybe someone else will approach me, I don't know, because I am looking quite good today. Bad, but I originally made my reservations for 2, but my friend couldn't make it, so I obviously just party of 1, but I look good, I feel good, so I am going to enjoy this dinner. Ooh, look at that view though. This lighting is trash though. That's one thing I did not like about my Airbnb, you guys. It's so dark in here when it's not like daytime. Like, look, my camera can't even find my face. Like, I just got back from dinner, had a lovely time. The food was delicious. I went to Nobu, but I feel like it's overpriced and overrated. Like, you can literally go to your local Japanese spot get the same stuff for way cheaper. So yeah, I will probably not be going to Nobu again if it's on my dime. But the food was delicious though. The food was A1. I can't admit that, and the service was spectacular. But I feel like this whole time in Dubai, the service has just been exceptional. Like, everyone is just so kind here. But it's so funny, I was at dinner by myself, as you guys know, and the waiter came and brought me a little birthday cake, and he was like, oh my god, I was so confused when I brought the cake to you because you're such a beautiful girl and you're sitting here by yourself and it's your birthday, and I'm just so confused, like, why are you by yourself? And I'm just laughing at him. I'm like, you know, just here chilling, enjoying my time. And then a lady from across the restaurant came over to me. She's beautiful, Asian woman. She comes over and she's like, I saw you from across the room. I saw him bring you your birthday cake and I noticed you're by yourself. And I was like, why is she by herself? So I wanted to come over and wish you a happy birthday. She was so sweet. She sung me happy birthday and everything, and we chatted for a little bit. And she was just like, so what's your story? Why are you here by yourself? And like, I explained the whole shebang. It's really not a shebang. I just travel by myself. It's really not that big of a deal, but it just further emphasizes the point that I was making last night. Society is set up for you to be paired with someone else. Society is set up for you to not be alone. And if they do find someone who's alone, it's unusual. They think you're lonely. They think you're sad. They think you're depressed. They think you're problematic, when really you just enjoy your own company. Can we normalize beautiful women spending time alone? Can we normalize beautiful women having dinner by themselves without assuming the absolute worst? I mean, can a girl just not enjoy her own company? I don't know, but harmless conversations, such a sweet lady. And that's another bonus about traveling alone and dining alone and doing things on your own. If you have that presence, that aura that naturally attracts people, you get to meet so many different people from so many walks of life that maybe you would not have the opportunity to meet had you been out with friends or out with a partner or just occupied by someone else in that time. Guys, I have given myself the best birthday yet. I think I deserve it. No, I know I deserve it. But I am going to pack up my room, get ready for tomorrow, and yeah, just make my life a little bit easier by having everything already prepared. So I will check in with you guys tomorrow. Good morning, you guys. It's my last day here in Dubai, and I've decided that I am going to attempt to use the metro station. I stressed myself out last night trying to figure out the route that I was gonna take, and honestly, I'm just like, whatever. I took an Uber to Dubai Mall for the closest metro station. I'm here now. I'm gonna try to figure it out. If not, worst case scenario, I'll just call an Uber, but I'm trying to get to the Gold Souk, so we're gonna see if I can take the metro to the Gold Souk. I think I have to do like one transfer. I think I've officially hit my limit. I've officially maxed out. I am at the Gold Souk right now, and I cannot bring myself to buy anything. Like, it is way more expensive than what I was expecting, but I guess compared to the rates in the US, it's a bit cheaper, but still pretty expensive. So prepare yourself to spend a pretty penny if you're coming here and actually shopping for jewelry. My main things were jewelry and perfume, and yeah, very expensive. So I think I am all tapped out. I think I've seen everything that I needed to see. I don't plan on buying anything, and I did not wear the right shoes for window shopping. Or maybe, no, I think I'm gonna take the metro back to the mall and maybe try to find some like little trinkets or whatever before I leave. I think that's what I'm gonna do. But my feet hurt so bad, you guys. I don't know why I decided to wear wedges. Well, I do know why I decided to wear wedges. It seems most women out here, like, they wear heels, they always look good. But when I wear flats, then I feel like the oddball out. I feel like I don't look good. So I was like, all right, well, let me put on wedges today so that I look somewhat decent. And now my feet hurt, so learn my lesson. Back to Business Bay because my feet hurt. I got my 2 little souvenirs. I think I've seen everything I needed to see. I've got a couple of hours before my lunch reservation, so I'm gonna probably just go back and pack up the rest of my stuff. Wow, city center was right here. Wow. I could have just walked to the train station, y'all. The train station is literally right there. I made a number of dumb decisions today. Number 1 being wearing wedges. I should have saved the wedges for lunch and worn like sandals, flats, or whatever to the Gold Souk because I knew it was gonna be a lot of walking. I don't know what I was thinking. Don't be like me. Number 2, I bought a Metro card, right, for 25 dirhams, which put 19 dirhams for me to use on the Metro. I think I'm down to like 16 dirhams right now, but I literally Ubered back to my place when I could have just walked to the Metro station, which I didn't know was literally right there. I was thinking I was gonna have to go all the way around because I took the Abra and crossed to the other side, so I didn't know the Metro station was so close to the other side. So I called an Uber not realizing that when I could have just taken the Metro back to my place, utilized the money I put on my card instead of paying extra money for an Uber. So now I Googled if there was a way to get your money refunded from your Metro card. So like if you put money on your Metro card, can you get that money back? And you actually can. So I'm about to find the nearest Metro station because I think you can only do it at the direct station, and try to get that money off the card because it's useless. And I don't know if they're going to be able to give it to me in USD. If they give it to me in dirhams, whatever, I'll probably just buy some food at the airport or something like that. But I want that money back because I'm not gonna use the Metro again. So I didn't stay at the Gold Souk for as long as I had imagined, simply because I couldn't bring myself to spend any more money. And also it's very, very overwhelming if you are a solo female traveler because most of the salespeople are men and they are super aggressive in their approach to trying to get you to either come into their store or come look at the items that they have. So they're constantly coming up to you. Even after you tell them no, you're not interested, they're still gonna ask you like 10 other questions before they finally decide, okay, this person's not gonna buy anything. Let me move on to my next quote unquote victim. As someone who's from New York, I'm used to men always coming up to me, being weird, being creepy, just being scary in general. And so when you have men in another country coming up to you in that same way, it's kind of triggering, and obviously you're going to be a little nervous, you're going to be a little scared, you're going to be irritated. However, Dubai is a very safe place, and I did not feel attacked in any way. I didn't feel like they would do any harm to me because you just don't feel that way in Dubai. But it's still triggering and it's still very, very annoying to have it constantly happening when you're just trying to enjoy your time, shop around a little bit. Maybe you see something you want to buy, maybe you don't. But when you have people coming up to you in every direction every 5 seconds trying to get you to come into their store to buy something, like, it makes you not even want to shop anymore. But I get it, that's their job, that's how they make their sales, that's how they, I guess, target tourists and newcomers who may not know better or who are wealthy and just want to spend money. So that's how they make their coin. But it was very annoying for me, and I just did not feel comfortable, especially being by myself. I was trying so hard to be polite and tell them no thank you, no thank you, no thank you, but I think towards the end they were just getting the like, please just go, because y'all really irritating me. I've already said no the first 15 times. Like, why do you keep asking me? So annoying. So just wanted to put that little disclaimer out there. If you are traveling to Dubai solo and you do plan on visiting the Gold Souk, hold your ground. Hold your ground, ladies. It can be a little overwhelming, but depending on your personality type, maybe you'll be able to handle it. But I was just too irritated and had to get out of that environment before it ruined my entire mood for the day. So apparently my Uber dropped me off in the wrong spot, so now I'm walking in this like deserted, dusty area towards the correct location. It looks like it's just still under development, but I originally went to the Skydive Dubai location and it was so many people there. Like, I'm surprised that many people actually signed up. I'm too scared to do that. You guys can see the people skydiving now. Oh man. So I just got down from dinner in the sky. It was amazing. There were only like one, two, three, four. There were only 5 people in the group, so it was small and intimate, which I loved. It was so cold up there, so if you do come, highly recommend bringing like a long sleeve or cardigan or something like that. If I were to come back, I would definitely book at night because I feel like the views at night are way better. It's a little like foggy or like dusty today, so everything is kind of like hazy, but if you do it at night, it would definitely be a better view, I feel like. Now I'm just waiting on my Uber to head back to the room and like get my luggage and stuff and head to the airport. Bittersweet. I'm excited to get back home because I feel like this is like the first vacation where I actually did like no work whatsoever, so I'm gonna have a lot to do when I get back. So much editing to try to get these videos out on time to you guys. I've got to go to the dermatologist and the doctor to get my face back right, and yeah, just a lot to do. So I'm kind of excited to get back home, but also sad to be leaving this warm weather. But look at the cruise ship over there. I did not know that Dubai had a cruise port or multiple cruise ports. But it's like Celebrity Cruises, Norwegian Cruises, I think. Carnival definitely doesn't come out here, but yeah, I didn't know that. I am looking rough, you guys. I am looking like Dubai chewed me up and spit me out. I made it through TSA and everything. I am at my gate like 3 hours early, which is cool because when I landed, the airport seemed pretty busy in the evening, and so I just wanted to give myself time to get through the gate and not have to be rushing or stressing or anything like that. COVID test was good. Everything went smoothly. I'm excited to be heading back home and I'm about to start editing. I'm really interested to see how some of these videos turn out because I don't think I did a very good job at travel vlogging, but bear with me, you guys. Give me some grace. I am gonna try to get better at travel vlogging, but when in foreign countries, sometimes I feel uncomfortable with people like staring at me while I'm vlogging, so I wasn't doing a lot of talking to the camera like I usually do, but I think I still gave you guys a pretty clear visual of what it's like to travel in Dubai as a solo female traveler. I'm gonna do an entirely separate video giving you guys a thorough breakdown of what you need, travel documents, protocols, things like that, just to make it a little bit easier for you guys, to give you guys a one-stop shop video for that. So if you're interested, stay tuned. But that about wraps it up for my time here in Dubai. I'm gonna close out this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me on this solo trip, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!